Alright guys, there it is. 2 personal achievements in one night. 699 in the 8th at 102 mile an hour. And then 1088 at 125 in the quarter. But still not completely without issues. It's what you all been waiting for, ain't it? What is up guys? So we are back at Beach Bend Raceway. We're going to make another 150 shot pass attempt today. We were here last week and we were still having issues with the NITROUS, unfortunately. Data logged the pass, sent the log over to Palm Beach Dyno. They don't really see anything wrong in the log other than it did go pig rich at the end of the pull. So basically what I did was I asked Rob to send me a tune where it shifts the car at 7,400 instead of all the way at 7,800, because it kind of seems like this only happens up above 7,400. But with this new tune, we'll find out today if that is the case. And also one thing I noticed when going over all of the wiring is the ground that I had for the NITROUS solenoid. I did use like a smaller gauged wire to lengthen the wire and run it to the ground source. And I also shared that ground with the fuel solenoid and the purge solenoid, and also with the window switch there. So what I did was I moved the 2 grounds, used a larger wire this time, and then moved the ground for the NITROUS and the fuel solenoid over by itself. So hopefully if it was any one of those 2 issues, we'll have the problem solved today. And then, you know, we're still shooting for that 10-second time slip. So I'm going to heat up the bottle. I'm flashing that tune right now, check tire pressure, and then we're going to go out and make a rip. Way better, guys. That felt pretty good. It does, see the check engine light flashing again. It did kind of fall on its face a little bit, but nothing like before. So the fact that I kind of still felt it there, it's definitely probably not the ground. So I think if anything, you know, had an effect there, it was the lower shift points. Thank you. There it is, guys. 1088 at 125. Finally! Yes! Oh, that's so exciting. You know what, guys? I probably wouldn't have been near as excited as I am if it, you know, didn't take so much work to get there. But there it is. 1088 at 125.42, and it's still, you know, it still felt like it didn't like it 100%. I mean, I felt it losing some power, you know, at a couple points there during the pass. So again, we have a data log here to send Rob, and I think so far we're headed in the right direction with the lower shift points. I would like to look at the video there and kind of see if it was shifting at 7,400 like we set it up to. If not, if it did go past 7,400, that would explain why I felt it nose over a little bit, because I set up the window switch to turn off the NITROUS at 7,400. So if it did, you know, if it did rev past 7,400, that would explain why I felt it, you know, down on power a little bit. you know, the nitrous was probably just turning off after 7400. But we'll look at the video and we'll look at the log and see where we're at, and we'll probably, if I have time, give it one more shot, see if we can improve on that. But I am excited. 1088, 125. Racing 13 on Instagram, guys. Go give them a follow. Flat at 119. Guys, I heard it falling on its face. I don't know.
I've got 100 on the Mustang.
More nitrous action. I got 100 on the nitrous Mustang.
Super great guys. They've been racing and around racing all their lives. I know both of them personally. You can ask two better guys to be racing on the track now.
Alright guys, so even though we're still having some issues that we're trying to sort out, the nitrous has got us into the 10s now. And keep in mind guys, we are on a 100% stock engine all the way down to the airbox. There's absolutely nothing changed on the engine. Stock headers are on there, stock manifolds, stock cats. It just has a $400 axle back on it, 100% stock suspension, stock transmission. Everything on the car is stock aside for the nitrous and the tune, and of course obviously tires to get us there. But as far as power mods, we've literally spent about $2,000 including tuning. So with the tune and the nitrous system and everything, we're just above the $2,000 mark, and we are in the 10s now. So, and I did get a chance to look at the log. I haven't got a response back from Palm Beach Dyno because I just sent it in this morning, but I looked at it myself and I can still see that the car goes pig rich right around 5th gear, right around the 8th mile mark. So at about 106, I did 102 in the 8th mile. So at right around the 8th mile mark at about 106 miles an hour, the car goes pig rich. And I can see the short-term fuel trims throughout the entire pull are pulling some fuel. So I think I can still jet down on the fuel jet, one jet at least, and that'll help it pick up some power. And then we're still trying to sort out what this issue is, why the check engine light comes on for a moment at the end of the pass, and why it's, you know, just not really making great power on the top end. Keep in mind guys, this car has been 123 miles per hour on motor, and we trapped 125 on the 1088 pass. So obviously there's still quite a bit left in it on the nitrous. And then I think at this point guys, we are going to order the other axle that I need. That way we can start working on making some passes on the trans brake. And then once we tie that trans brake in with the nitrous, I may also order that new progressive controller that Nitrous Express is making. And maybe we'll go up to a 200 shot, who knows, on the trans brake. But it'll obviously, if we do the 200 shot, it will be a progressive shot. But so yeah, that's it guys. I'm super excited now that we finally got into the 10s. And at this point, like I said, we're gonna throw some axles in it, start working. We'll probably go back to the NA tune, you know, get used to making passes on the trans brake, and then we'll go back to the nitrous. And I honestly think guys that once we get this issue sorted out, just the way it sits right now, I believe, you know, a 10.5, 10.6 is totally, you know, a possibility just the way it sits. And then throw the trans brake into the mix. Obviously that should get us into the mid to low 10 range. And then from there, if we're close enough, you know, if it runs a 10.4, 10.5, I'm probably not gonna, you know, there's no point in trying to push it too hard. But, you know, if we get down to the 10.2, 10.3 range on the trans brake and the 150 shot, we'll probably go to the progressive controller and the 200 shot and see if we can't get it into the 9s. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this video, but stay tuned to the channel guys because we have some super cool stuff on the way for the 350R. I've been trying to get my hands on this stuff for well over a year now, so I'm super excited that I finally got my hands on it, and it's going to make this car literally one of a kind, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, and as always, thanks for watching guys.
We drift deeper into the